Early morning crash. Not too sure how this happened, but got the whole street kind of somebody laying on the ground over there. This guy's all confused now. He don't know what to do. Just turn around, my man. You're not gonna fit through there. Like I said, not too sure how this happened. Cars are a heavy piece of equipment that you need to pay careful attention how to operate those things. I don't know how that can happen, but they got airbags deployed on both vehicles. Geneva Ave and Oakley Street is where we're at. I don't know, like if the white car was going straight and it just hit the rear of the other car, like I'm just gonna let man stand over there. I'm gonna see what he knows. I'm gonna ask him. Like I said, it's kind of hard to say what transpired, but those two cars did come in contact with each other. I don't know if they can get there. I don't think that bus could even fit through there. Can that bus fit? Nah, it's gonna be tight. He could, but he's got to squeeze and squeeze. It's, What's up, Stanley?
What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
All right. That car is really messed up.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Were they both going straight? That's what I wonder. These cars both. Did you see what happened?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
All I hear is the noise. I didn't see it.
There's nobody in the car.
That's the guy right there.
Oh, the young guy.
That's him right there. Like I said, I don't know, but it looked like they both were going straight. But if that's the case, and somebody came out of their lane, I don't know. That's what the insurance adjusters will do. They'll calculate all that and figure it all out, and they're gonna say that the white car's at fault automatically because the front of the vehicle came in contact with the rear of another vehicle. So automatically, the white car is gonna be deemed at fault just based off of the collision. They always say if you hit somebody with the front of your vehicle, especially the driver's side, you share more than half the responsibility. I guess we're gonna hang around for the tolls. Everybody likes to see the toll scene, so Boston police just arrived on scene, so.
You driving that one?
Me? No.
Yeah, what you driving?
My car's over there. I'm not.
You just came out?
Yeah, I just came out. I hope I don't get no accidents. I'm not saying I won't, but I hope not.
You see my car?
That's you right there?
Brand new.
They hit you before?
2 weeks ago.
Damn.
The same thing, same time.
That's crazy.
I called her because my car's right there. I called her and now she's in an accident.
Did your car get hit again?
Not again. But
This the worst
I called her
one.
to pick me up to take me to work.
Wow.
And now she's in an accident.
Related?
No, I'm not related to her.
Okay.
She's the left. I called her to take me. And look at this.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is like Final Destination.
Exactly. So what was she just pulling over and then I don't know, somehow he hit her? I don't know. That's
She
weird.
got hurt. And then that's the other driver.
Yeah.
The other driver is right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She's supposed to pick me up and take me to work.
Oh, she was your driver?
Yeah.
Oh.
I called her because look, they broke my car 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, is that yours?
That's mine.
I feel bad.
And I called her to take me.
Yeah.
Wow, now they gotta call another one to take you. That's crazy.
No, I already called him. He's on the way.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Wow.
Let's just hope this one don't get into accident.
Yeah, I know. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's almost unheard of, but it does happen. Just gotta be careful. There's a lot of inexperienced people.
Yeah.
A lot of inexperience. Some people that shouldn't even have license at all. Like I don't know, man. I think they gotta pull everybody's license and just make them all take the test all over again. I don't care. I don't care how long you've been on the road. Just make them all take the test all over again. If you've been on the road for more than 5 years, the test should be more difficult to make sure you know how to drive, because it's clearly an example that people don't know how to drive. So, proven fact, how did this happen? Somebody has to not know what they're doing, or not paying attention, or distracted, or all of the above, because things like that shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't. In the city street where you lower the speed limit down to 25 miles an hour, spend X amount of dollars putting speed bumps, stop signs, and flashing lights, and all the other stuff, and raised sidewalks and bump outs, and city buses spend millions of dollars to try to stop cars from speeding, and they still speed and hit other cars. And so you got to put it on the drivers. You can't just spend money and waste money, put flex posts up and all this kind of crazy stuff, and still no result. I mean, at some point you got to start putting it on the driver. I mean, you got to put it on the actual driver itself. If you get more than 2 accidents in a year, you should be taking a course somewhere, somehow, or your license should be suspended until you can prove that you can drive. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, driving is a privilege. It's not a right. It's not a right to drive. Now, some people say, I'm traveling, I got a right to travel. But no, you don't have a right to endanger other people's life. No, you do not. If you're a toxic person and you create a lot of accidents, and you've been known to cause accidents and been involved in multiple accidents, then it's time to evaluate the person. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. It's little to no cars on the road, so you really can't blame it on heavy traffic. I think this is my opinion. I think that car right there was there, or was traveling in that direction, and somehow the white car came down and came across the lane and hit that car. Because if you look at the trail, he's the one traveling. He traveled the distance. That car didn't travel anywhere. It doesn't look like it traveled anyway. Well, it didn't travel too far with the wheel like that. But you can see the drag marks on this car. I don't know if you can see it on the ground. The drag marks. So he dragged himself a little distance. So he has some momentum. A little anyway. Enough to get that far over there. Don't know. I'm too sure, like, get a bus up there. They'll figure out what to do in a second. You just gotta take your time, guys. Be careful out there. No speeding. Yeah, you can make that left. Just be careful. Just watch out for the people in the street. Rear wheel is rubbing on something. Not too sure what it's rubbing on. It's rubbing on something. I guess they're relatives of the person in the ambulance. You know, this Geneva Ave stretch is kind of, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of scary. Just to base off of how the people drive, you know, some of them don't pay attention.
No, no, this way.
Jeremy said there's always a crash. He just said there's always a crash over here. And he's right though. There's always a crash over here. I mean, even though you have the stop sign, I don't know. Like, what else can you do? You got the stop sign on both sides. Maybe this van shouldn't be blocking the stop sign too. He's within 10 feet of the crosswalk, so he kind of shouldn't be there at that intersection, because he's kind of blocking the stop sign if you think about it. Because if you're driving a car which is kind of low to the ground, you can't see that stop sign. Yeah, you really can't. You have to be further back. Yeah, you have to be so far back. That van shouldn't be at that close. He's definitely blocking the stop sign for sure.
That white car. The car ain't moving. Okay? Right with it there. Nice and slow. Good. You all set? Can't move the car.
He's telling him to go to the left of that.
Get together. Wait for tow trucks. Just go to the left.
He's telling him to go to the left of that car, and he can't figure that out.
They're gonna move, but you just go slow, put your hazards. Okay? Go ahead.
They're afraid to squeeze, man. They're afraid to squeeze.
Told me where to go that way. I was gonna send them up a side street.
But he should be able to fit through there.
Should make it. Come on.
Yeah, he can make it with the proper direction. He should be able to. Maybe he's gotta check. You gotta check his license and make sure you know how to drive. Maybe you don't. Maybe he can't drive. He gave him instructions like 10 times. Tow truck is arriving, so let the tow truck yank him up out of there. Now he's definitely not gonna be able to fit through there. He had his chance, but too late now. Might as well get the tow scenes. A lot of people look forward to those. All kind of debris on the ground. Look at that. All kind of debris. Like I said, I don't know how these crashes happen, but they do happen.
Okay, so
Give them like another 5 minutes so they can yank the car out of there. Another day in the city. Another typical slow down, move over. He's probably gonna use the wheel straps. That's a method that you don't see people use too often. They usually use that method when they're doing a lot of hoisting. You ever see them hoisting vehicles? They usually use that method on big rigs and stuff like that. know, with all the money they spend on these new cars with the sensors and the lane assist and all this stuff, they still get into accidents or crashes. I don't know. A lot of these cars have front, rear, side sensors, all kind of stuff on them, bells and whistles, and they still manage to get into accidents or crashes. We'll call them crashes. I keep saying accidents, but they crashes. Very interesting. Now we should have no. Now you should be able to make it down there perfectly fine. I guess we'll hang around for the next tow. Just watch your speeds, guys. A little caution goes a long way. He had that turn. He could have just came out of there. Cross over to the other side. So allegedly she was coming out of this street here, Oakley Street, making a left onto Geneva, and in the process of doing it, she was clipped by the white car. And I think he would have slowed down just a tad bit, he wouldn't even hit her at all, because it looked like he barely got the rear quarter panel. If he would have did like an evasive maneuver, like turn to the right, and a lot of times people don't do that. Like they see an accident happening, they don't try to prevent it from happening. Well, I keep calling them accidents, but crashes. They see a crash, so that's why they call them crashes, because they're preventable. Like 9 times out of 10, a lot of these crashes are preventable. If I'm driving, I see a car cut in front of me. I got 3 options. I could hit the car, I could hit the brakes, or I could turn away from the car, or turn away from the car and hit the brakes at the same time. You know, there's options. So if you're not practicing that, then you're not going to get that. And I think this could have been totally avoided, because I don't think he turned his wheel at all. A slight turn in the wheel would have gave you an off angle where you wouldn't hit that car at all. That'd be interesting though. A little debris in the roadway, not a lot, but Yeah, even though she made the left turn, I think the driver of the white car is still gonna be at fault though, because she was upon completion of her turn when he hit her. If had he hit her like in the front or the side, then it might have been more her fault. But I think the fact that she's already in the process of completing the turn and he had ample time to stop and he didn't, that's gonna show that he's more at fault. Yeah, you're coming from an intersection. You're making a left-hand turn. You assuming you stopped there, and then you proceeded out, and then made your turn. And he, coming down the straightaway, you should be able to see a car making the turn, unless you're going so fast that, well, obviously that was, yeah, you're definitely going fast, because if you made it to that car from there, you're definitely going pretty fast. And the amount of impact speaks for itself. It tells you it was a hard hit based off of the impact. You got a couple of buses trying to make their way through there, so he just moved his cruiser out the way so the buses can make their way down. People wonder why the insurance in Boston, especially like in Roxbury area and Dorchester area, the insurance is high. It's high because of a lot of people just can't drive. But it's not fair for the other drivers though. So I think people's insurance should go up based off of their driving. It shouldn't be based off of the accidents in the area. Your driving record kind of reflects your insurance anyway. Then also people got to be cautious of who they lend their cars out to. So if you have a friend that you think can't drive and don't have enough experience behind the wheel and get easily distracted, don't lend your car out to them. Because ultimately you're responsible for lending your car out to that particular person. Now, if he was going the speed of that car right there, he probably wouldn't have hit that car. I'm only speaking on facts. Even the speed of this car right here. If he's going the speed of this car right now, like this, I don't think he would have hit that car. I don't think that would have happened. If you were going that speed right there, it would have happened. That guy right there inched out in front of that car, which he shouldn't have done. What the heck is he doing? Well, he's had difficulty. He's supposed to make a left-hand turn up that do not enter. Yeah, that guy right there shouldn't be driving. He's doing, I don't know what he's doing, but he's not paying attention to the signs. Sign says do not enter. You can't go up. You're not supposed to go up there, but some people do. And the funny thing about it, when the registry got caught giving out the 2,000, 3,000 license that were fraudulent license, there was a couple of scandals. One in Boston, one in Brockton. I think there was another one another time where someone was getting paid a lot of money to give out fraudulent license, like without giving the road test and that kind of stuff. They never investigated the people that they gave the license out to and made them take the test over, which I found kind of weird. They should have tracked every person that ever got their license to that person and made them take the test all over again. I mean, because it's been compromised. I mean, if I just randomly give people license to drive that never been behind the wheel, and I just give them their license and I put them on the road, I'm endangering a lot of people, including myself, because now those people are all mixed in with the general public, and God forbid that they hit somebody or kill somebody. The registry could be held liable for that because they didn't recall their license. And somebody might do an investigation and find out like how these people, some investigative journalists might go out there and check, all, it's a lot of checking, but somebody might get out there and do it. Some investigator might have a lot of time on their hands, and they will check it and find out that half these people got their license through a fraudulent matter. Just because you pay to get your license don't mean you know how to drive. Because if you had to pay for it, then obviously you couldn't get it the legal way. So something happened. And the other thing too, somebody leave a comment on this one. How can you not read English and drive? Like, how is that? Why is this car trying to make why are these cars trying to make a left-hand turn? Like, I don't see why they're trying to make a left-hand turn at this street right here. But tell me this, if you can't read, how are you able to drive on a city street? How is that possible? For example, if a sign says detour, even though you should know what detour means, you should understand what detour is. Good morning. Another car for the tow yard. Peter's towing. What's going on, my man? How you doing? Good to see you. He watches all my YouTube videos too, so he's always, he's not a tow truck driver, but I've seen him in action a few times. And quite a few tow truck drivers actually watch my videos, believe it or not, and they're not even in Boston. It's unbelievable. He kind of did it I call it the cheating way, but a lot of tow truck drivers do that too. Instead of getting under the car, they lift it up like that, and then they can just hook it and pull it the rest of the way. Some actually will get it so far up there to be like midway on the truck. Guys, when you're driving, just there used to be a in the yellow pages, there'd be some driving tips. I don't know if you guys remember back about, wow, probably 30, maybe 40 years. Yellow pages has some driving tips. Anytime you turn the page, you see some information on there. It'll say drive defensively, you know, stuff like that. Say that could be an all-wheel drive vehicle. So that's what he's talking about, how his vehicle got hit not too long ago, and it's sitting right there. I guess as long as people keep crashing these cars, they're gonna keep a lot of people in business. This guy here is kind of going a little too fast. Whenever you see like vehicles in the street, you're supposed to slow down. You're not supposed to speed by them, because you don't know if they're gonna step out into the street or what's gonna happen. So you shouldn't be flying. Yeah, that's all part of his car from the previous accident. The good thing it's not a lot of damage, but I think the most money is going to be the airbags. The bumper looks like cosmetic. You might have a axle problem. It might have to get replaced or realigned. A little body work, but the airbags, that's the one that catches you the most. I think those airbags are still expensive. They're pretty expensive just to replace the airbags. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. For another 15-20 minutes there'll be another accident or crash at the same intersection. Hey guys, if anything else comes up, we'll get back to you. But right now, Guess we have, you know, crash on Geneva Ave. Looks like for the most part everybody's okay. I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.